Sup guys, you know what time it is. In this video, I'm going to be telling you my top 4 favorite movies and why. If you want more videos of me talking about random things, please let me know by liking this video and comment down below. If you are new here, please like, comment, subscribe and share. And now on to the video. My top 4 favorite movies are Aquaman, Olympus Has Fallen, Over the Top, and The Call with Halle Berry. I love Aquaman because it is a great movie, in my opinion. I love the part where the man saves this woman who is stuck on a rock in the sea, and then they got together. I also love the part where a boy was getting bullied by 2 older kids and then a shark rammed the glass to scare the kids to make them stop bullying the younger boy. It was cool when Momoa jumped into this submarine to fight the people in the submarine. I loved when Arthur fought his brother, the king, and saved people on the king's turf. I thought it was really cool when Momoa was fighting with this one dude. When the dude went to stab Arthur, Arthur's chest was too tough for the sword to go through. Arthur kicked the enemy and the enemy flew into the wall with these big pipes. I loved the scene where Momoa was driving on a coast when a huge wave came over the railing and grabbed Momoa and his car and took it into the ocean. And then Arthur ended up in a boat with a mermaid, named Mera. And then they had to fight off these red weird-looking monsters while they were on the ship. And then I think it's all for Aquaman. Now, I'm going to talk about Olympus Has Fallen. I loved watching Olympus Has Fallen, and the other movies in the series. I thought it was sad when the president's vehicle got into an accident because of the ice that was on the ground, and the car fell all the way down the embankment, and then his wife died. It was crazy when the Chinese people, who was visiting the White House, took the president and the other people hostage. And then the speaker had to take over because the president was being held hostage. My favorite part was when Manning kicked the ass of several bad guys to find the president. And now I'm going to talk about Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. I enjoyed the first part when Lincoln went to his school, or whatever, to find his son for the first time. And then after Lincoln went to his school, the principal told someone to get Michael from his grandfather's limo because someone was here to see him. When Michael went to go to see who it was, Michael didn't believe the principal when he said who it was. Michael asked to see Lincoln's ID. The principal didn't like the idea, but Lincoln persisted to giving his ID to Michael because he wanted to reassure him that Lincoln was really who he said he was. I thought it was heartwarming to see Lincoln chase these 2 big men who kidnapped Michael. After he chased them, the men crashed into a lumber yard. When they crashed, they forgot Michael in this big truck, so Lincoln found his son in the truck. After Lincoln and Michael went back into truck, Lincoln wanted to go to get food, and he asked Michael where he wanted to eat. They went to eat. I really like when Lincoln took Michael to all of his arm wrestling matches. When Bob tried to talk Lincoln into arm wrestling someone, Lincoln didn't like the idea because he had Michael with him. But Michael wanted to see his dad arm wrestle the guy, so Lincoln said yes, and then they went into another room to arm wrestle. Afterwards, Lincoln and Michael went back into the dining area. Michael thought it was really cool to watch Lincoln beat the guy who Bob thought was gonna win. Michael's mom was in the hospital and she wanted Lincoln to spend time with Michael, but Michael's grandpa didn't like the idea because Lincoln had never been in his son's life. His mom wanted to give Lincoln a chance to be a father to Michael. Michael's grandpa had these 2 bodyguards go and get Michael from Lincoln, so they did. Lincoln went to the grandpa's mansion to get Michael back. The guards at the gate didn't let Lincoln in the mansion, so Lincoln reversed and rammed the gate. After Lincoln rammed the gate, Lincoln went into Jason's mansion to find Michael. When Lincoln went into Jason's mansion, Jason had his bodyguards hold Lincoln up against the wall while the police come to arrest Lincoln. The police came and arrested Lincoln for ramming the gate and breaking into Jason's mansion. While the 2 guards had Lincoln up against the wall, Michael stood on top of the stairs, and he wanted the guards to let Lincoln go. The sad part of the movie is when Lincoln and Michael went to the hospital to see Michael's mom, which was in the hospital, but they were too late and his mom died. Lincoln tried to get Michael to the hospital quickly, but they were too late. Michael got mad at his dad for getting them there too late. After Lincoln and Michael drove away from the hospital, they started to work out inside of the cab and outside. They slept inside of the cab of the truck. They went to all of Lincoln's arm wrestling matches. Michael's grandpa went to one of his matches to find Michael and bring him back home. When the grandpa found Michael and Lincoln, he insisted that Michael was going home with them, but Lincoln had a proposal for the grandpa. If Lincoln could defeat his next opponent, Michael could stay with Lincoln. Jason accepted Lincoln's proposal, and it was on with the next opponent. Lincoln fought very hard to win this one because a lot was on the line, plus he didn't want to let Michael down. Jason was mad about Lincoln winning because he knew that Michael wasn't gonna live with him anymore. After Lincoln won the match, Michael and Lincoln was very excited about his victory. I don't think Michael knew that there was more on the line than he got told. I think it's time for the last movie. For the last movie, I'm going to talk about The Call with Halle Berry. I really liked how Jordan did the best to remain calm while Casey called 911 because someone broke into her house. It was scary when Casey was walking when a car backed up and almost hit Casey. After the car stopped from backing up, Michael, which was the driver, jumped out of his car and went to check on Casey. After Casey told Michael she was okay, Michael walked a couple feet towards the car. Instead of going into his car and driving off, Michael ran and put his hand across Casey's mouth and put her in the trunk of his car. Luckily, Michael forgot about Casey having a phone. While in the trunk, Casey managed to pull out her phone from her pocket and dialed 911. Jordan asked Casey questions about her situation and other questions to get Casey's mind off of the situation. Jordan asked Casey what kind of car she was in, because she had an idea. Jordan's plan was to have Casey break a taillight of the car, so Casey did that. The next idea is to have Casey pour a trail of white paint outside of the car, so another person could call 911 and give someone the location. A person called and reported that she saw white paint coming out of a vehicle. Rather than leaving it alone for the cops to deal with it, the person went up beside Michael's car and told him. After Michael got told that the tail light was broken and white paint was coming out of the trunk, Michael drove to a nearby lot to check it out. A guy came up to check to make sure Michael was okay. Michael didn't like that Alan checked on him. After Alan walked away, Michael found a beer bottle and hit Alan with it. After Michael broke the bottle over Alan's head, and Michael put Alan in the trunk with Casey and started driving. Michael decided to take Alan's vehicle because his vehicle was banged up. Meanwhile, LAPD showed up in the parking lot and noticed white paint, a broken bottle, blood in Michael's car. They started investigating who Michael is, where he lived and what happened to Casey and Alan. Once they found who Michael was and where he lived, they went to his house. His wife and 2 kids were there. Officers Phillips and Evans talked to his wife to try to get information on Michael, while the other officers searched the house. Michael's wife told the officers about this cabin in the woods, where he used to hang out with his sister. Michael drove to a gas station to get gas, when the clerk and Michael saw an Amber Alert on the TV. Casey opened up the middle part in between the 2 seats to find out where they were. Luckily, the gas station attendant saw Casey calling for help, but Michael didn't let him help Casey. The attendant pulled out a pocket knife to scare Michael, but Michael set the attendant on fire. Then Michael opened the trunk and brought back Casey into the trunk. Casey did the best to fight back, but Michael was just too strong. They left the gas station and went to his cabin. I don't remember what happened to Alan Joe. After they got to his cabin, Casey tried to fight back again, but Michael was too strong. Michael took Casey into the cabin. Jordan wanted to go look for Casey, so she looked up where the cabin was and she went to the cabin. The cabin was underground. After Jordan found the cabin, she went inside and started looking around. Jordan found Casey sitting in a chair, like a dentist chair. Michael came back and saw Jordan trying to unbuckle Casey. After he saw what Jordan was doing, Michael fought Jordan and Jordan fought back. Luckily for Jordan, Casey was able to get unbuckled and help Jordan fight Michael. Casey and Jordan successfully fought off Michael and then they got free. LAPD came to arrest Michael. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it has come to that time of the video where we must end it. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, comment, subscribe and don't forget to share. I will put all of my social media links, including my Discord server, in the description below, so look down there. See you in the next one. Bye.